Good YouTube, it's your boy Dom's Reacts back with another video, a creative style video, the best NBA starting five from every hairstyle. So every hairstyle is going to get a starting five. Please show a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road 200 subscribers. I've never seen a video of this style. I saw this on the recommend. I was like, might as well go ahead and check this out because it seemed pretty cool. Let's get right into it though. Rebound rewind. I don't know if this is rebound.
The player's hair and beard style can be a huge part of their identity and even brand. So for today's video, let's name the best starting five from every major hairstyle. There's a lot of subset hairstyles and overlapping classifications. For example, buzz cuts alone have a little over 20 different subsets and different types of buzz cuts, but I'm going to group them all into one giant buzz cut / crew hair starting five. Secondly, as long as the player have worn that hairstyle at least once, I think it's fair to qualify them for said hairstyle. The catch is the player's hairstyle will only represent the skill level they had while wearing said hairstyle. Sense, yeah. For example,
so it's not going to be, bald Michael Jordan and buzz Michael Jordan. Two different MJs, okay. Like, I was like, them wearing the hairstyle one time, I was like, okay, that might be a little red flag here, because I'm trying to think of one that makes sense. I don't know off the top of my head.
Michael Jordan briefly did wear a buzz cut hairstyle before he went bald during the very early days of his career, but that won't count for his prime days as a bald baller. Speaking of hair, if you want a great way to take care of your hair and body, well, I got great news for you. The holidays came here early at Manscaped, the leading men's hygiene brand. Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver this year. Thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring this video.
Shout out Manscaped though.
We're starting bold, and at point guard, it's Jason Kidd.
Okay.
Gary Payton makes a really close second, and Gary is the better defender, but Jason's defense is also really good for a point guard. He is a 9-time all-defensive player himself.
I'll give him that.
Jason is the better passer.
I would have went Gary Payton here, but Jason Kidd is a pretty underrated player himself.
Jason did not enter the league bald, though, but he probably should have, because the hair he did enter the league
that hairstyle is not
it speaks for itself. The best bald shooting guard is the best basketball player. It's
debatable.
Michael Jordan. The best bald small forward is Charles Barkley. It could have been LeBron, but the king found a way to keep his hair on the court. The best bald power forward is the big ticket Kevin Garnett.
Center,
a close second.
Center, I'm thinking Shaq. It got to be Shaq.
For this spot would be Karl Malone, but Karl did have hair for a lot of his career, whereas KG was bald for the bulk of the majority of his prime. The best bald center is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There's a lot of great bald centers like Shaquille O'Neal and Big Z's Zydrunas Ilgauskas. But this one easily goes to Kareem, who is probably the second or third best player of all time. Next up, we have the buzz cut / crew hair starting five. And at point guard, it's Magic Johnson, who's one of the best point guards to play NBA basketball. At shooting guard, it's Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan, during the very early days of his career, did fall under the buzz cut category,
but that was young.
He quickly became bald. Kobe, on the other hand, wore the buzz cut hair for a good chunk of his prime, and I would take prime Kobe over rookie MJ. Rest in peace to the Mamba. The best buzz cut small forward is LeBron James, who is probably the second greatest basketballer ever. The best buzz cut power forward is Tim Duncan, who is probably the best power forward to play the game. And at center, we have Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain, who scored 100 points while wearing a buzz cut. Moving on, we have the cornrows starting five, and at point guard, we got Steph Curry. Sure, Steph usually doesn't wear this hairstyle, but when he did wear it, it was during...
When it comes to cornrows, I'm trying to rank. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna rank these lineups a little bit. The first lineup was the Baldy lineup. Seemed kind of cool. It's kind of a big lineup if you got Chuck running three. The buzz cut starting five. It's a balance all around starting five. You got Magic, Kobe, LeBron, Tim Duncan. Okay. This lineup is not going to have much defense. I feel it. You got
at shooting guard, we have the answer, Allen Iverson. This dude revolutionized style in the NBA, period, let alone hairstyle.
Yeah, when you think cornrows, you think
a game changer.
When you think cornrows in NBA, you think of either Kawhi or AI.
Power forward got to be Finals MVP, a defensive player of the year, and an excellent two-way small forward who can play both defense and offense. At power forward, we have Carmelo Anthony. Melo wore this hairstyle during the earlier
I'm pretty sure Kawhi got cornrows because Melo was his favorite player growing up.
Even in his early days,
prime Melo
many
had
say he should have
cornrows.
won Rookie of the Year, but that is still hard to win when you're going up against LeBron James.
Yeah.
And at center, we have Big Ben.
I was thinking Jermaine O'Neal for center.
This dude is one of the best defensive centers
when I think
to
of
ever
Ben
play
Wallace,
the game.
I think more so Afro Ben Wallace, but
And now for the dreadlock starting five, and at point guard we got Ja Morant, who just might be the face of the Grizzlies franchise going forward. He actually has potential to be the greatest Grizzly of all time. At shooting guard, we have Demar Derozan, who is a dark horse MVP candidate for this season. He has truly transformed this game. Speaking of MVPs, at small forward, we have the MVP James Harden. The Dreadlocks power forward is Toronto Raptors Chris Bosh.
And why y'all do my man's Bosh dirty like that? And then you got
at center, we have Anthony Davis, who won a ring with the King while wearing dreads. Next up is the Afro starting five, and at point guard, we have Afro Kyrie Irving. While Kyrie only wore this for a brief part of the Nets season, he was still during his prime, and he was still showing off that he is one of the best ball handlers and scorers this game has ever seen. At shooting guard, we have young Kobe Bryant. Before Kobe went bald and wore his buzz cut, he rocked an afro and was one of the greatest shooting guards with this hairstyle. Rest in peace to Kobe. At small forward, we got Dr. J. Julius Irving, who's one of the best small forwards, period, let alone the best small forward with an afro. At power forward, we have the rookie MVP, Wes Unseld. He's got great rebounding skills, great defensive skills, and a great afro. At center, we have Artis Gilmore. Before Michael Jordan came to Chicago and pretty much took over the NBA, Artis was one of the most prominent known Bulls during his era. Next up is the curl fro starting five, which is very similar to the afro hairstyle, but the hair is more loose and curly. At point guard, we got LaMelo Ball. While it's only his second year in the NBA, he's already showing promising signs of becoming a legendary player if he keeps up his game. At shooting guard, we got the young bull Colin Sexton. Colin's hair is quite unique. It's actually more of a hybrid between a high top and a curly afro, but I had to put him in some category. Regardless, Colin is a great two-way player. Unfortunately, he did get injured earlier this season, but he has been showing promising signs of being both an excellent defender and a great scorer. At small forward, we have the wild thing, Anderson Varejao, who was a great defender during his time.
If you got a center running the power, if you got a center running the small forward spot, kind of interested to see what this power forward and center is going to be.
With the Cleveland Cavaliers. At power forward, we have Robin Lopez. While Robin probably isn't as good as his brother Brooke, he's still a pretty solid baller who can give you double digits during his prime.
Could he come up with something better?
At center, we have Joakim Noah, who probably wouldn't be too hyped playing alongside Anderson Varejao, who had quite the rivalry between the Cavs and the Bulls in the early 2010s.
Fair point,
regardless, Joakim is an excellent defender and a pretty solid rebounder. Now for the ponytail starting five. At point guard, we got Derrick Rose, who wears a ponytail from time to time when his hair is longer. At shooting guard is Ja Morant, who also sometimes puts his hair in a ponytail when he wants it out of the way. At small forward, it's Jay Crowder. He wears a ponytail to keep his hair out of the way while playing basketball. At power forward, it's Aquaman Steven Adams, who sometimes wears his hair long, but other times keeps it in a ponytail and even a man bun. And at center, we got Joakim Noah, who usually wears a ponytail or man bun while on the court. Next up is the long, wavy hair starting five-time MVP Steve Nash. At shooting guard, it's one of the greatest sixth men of the year, Manu Ginobili, who did go bald later in his career, but during his early days rocked
he just had that one big bald spot. He wasn't
some long wavy hair. At small forward, we got Rick Barry. He's got a granny's hairstyle and a granny's free throw style. At power forward, it's Larry legend Larry Bird, the three-time MVP and three-time champ. At center, it's Dirk Nowitzki, the finals MVP and champion. And now for the high top starting five. At point guard, we got Derrick Rose, who wore the high top hairstyle after returning from his injury. He still played at an all-star level. At shooting guard, we got CJ McCollum, who plays at an all-star level, but is quite the underrated player because he hasn't been invited to All-Star Weekend yet. At small forward, it's Jaylen Brown, who's an excellent two-way player for the Celtics and is great at hitting threes. At power forward, it's Jimmy Butler,
This
who
is a
led
small
the Miami
lineup.
Heat
You got
all the
Jimmy
way to
Butler
the
running the
finals.
floor.
And at center, it's Nerlens Noel, who
Yeah, it
wasn't
ain't really
an
many
excellent
options when it
player,
come to power
but pretty
forward or center.
solid, even though he's somewhat of a bust because he was drafted so high, but he still has some pretty cool hair. Speaking of high tops, it's the altered variation, the flat top, and at point guard we got Iman Shumpert, who was a 2016 Cavs champion. At shooting guard, it's Reggie Miller, who wore a flat top before he went bald. At small forward, we got Scottie Pippen, who was the wingman to Michael Jordan. At power forward, it's big shot Robert Horry, who has 7 rings. And at center, we have one of the greatest Knicks centers of all time, Patrick Ewing. Next up is the Mohawk starting 5. At point guard, we got Jeremy Lin.
Let's not talk about
kind of a Mohawk. I guess it technically fits the definition. There aren't a lot of Mohawk ballers in this league, but Jeremy is a solid point guard. At shooting guard, we got James Harden. You better fear the beard as well as the Mohawk. At small forward, we have Metta World Peace, who wore a mohawk while playing for the Kings.
Yeah, like I said, he has some every
we
year.
have Chris Birdman Anderson,
Yep.
who's also quite tatted up as well. And at center, we got Scott Pollard, who
I
not
do
only
not
wore a
know who
mohawk,
that
but
is.
I have no idea what's going on with his beard. Moving on, we have the side-parted starting 5. At point
I don't
guard,
know
it's
nothing
the
about this
underrated
one. Mark
Cavaliers
Price, though, I
point
know
guard
who he
Mark
is.
Price. At shooting guard, we have the logo Jerry
logo.
West. Even in the NBA logo itself, you could see his hair slightly parted to the side. At small forward, it's Luka Doncic, who might take over the league quite soon.
I
At
hope
power
so.
forward, it's Kevin McHale, the wingman to Larry Bird. And at center, it's Kevin Love. Start revving up your trucks because it's the mullet starting 5. At point guard, it's Detlef Schrempf, who gets this spot
He's a
because he's
small
one of the
forward.
only players with a mullet. In fact, he's not even a point guard. There's hardly any mullet players, so someone's got to fill the role. At shooting guard, it's Larry Bird. Again, not really a shooting guard, but someone's got to play the 2, and I would give it to Larry out of these 5. At small forward, it's Kurt Rambis, who was quite the underrated Laker legend who helped out the Lakers' second unit during the Showtime era. At power forward, it's Spencer Hawes, and at center, we got Dwayne Shinsus. So here is the best starting 5 from every major hairstyle. Let me know what you think is the best team out of these hairstyles, and let me know what you think out of the picks. Maybe you have different players for different hairstyles. Leave that in the comments down below. Don't forget to dunk on that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Rebound Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.
The cornrow from an offensive end, the cornrow lineup was cool. But the buzz cut lineup takes it for sure. Anyway, buzz cut lineup was the best in my opinion. Second best was the cornrow. The cornrow, then the bald third. Most NBA legends was bald. I guess at some point most NBA legends did rock a buzz cut or the baldy. Most legends did not have the long hair. But anyway, please share, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road to 200 subscribers, and I'm out.